All right, I think we are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. This is a live video. Ben Heisler with you over at Fantasy Sports Markets. And today, I think we're going to go through an NBA lineup. I'm going to give you a sample NBA lineup for your Halloween bucket slate, show you how to put it all together over at fantasysportsmarkets.com. There's some contests that are filling up, still some with some good availability as well. A lot of them tend to fill up sort of in that final hour, so I wanted to give you guys a head start before you got into your car, started driving home or commuting wherever you are coming from and heading back. I'll give you a little sample into some of the lineups that you can put together. Hopefully there's a spot if you guys have questions. You can go ahead and submit a chat in. Hopefully I should be able to get these for you guys as well. So here's what we're going to do before we get started for those of you guys that are taking the time to watch this video today. If you go to Fantasy Sports Markets, I gotta raise my head above the little promo. If you guys use promo code NFL18 when you go to fantasysportsmarkets.com, it's right when you register. If you type that in, you get $5 on us. Without a deposit required. That'll get you in. You can use it in our NBA contests. No NHL contests today. There's only one game, so we can't do NHL. Those will be back up and going tomorrow. We always have a daily free roll for that. Free rolls as well for NASCAR, for golf, when it's back in season as well. But again, promo code NFL18, that gets you $5 to use on us. For college football, for NFL, for NBA, really whatever you want, you can use it and enter it in. And basically your first $5 contest is free, or if you want to spread it out in 5 $1 contests, you can do that as well. So let's go ahead and see if hopefully this works. I'll go ahead and share the screen with you guys, and we'll go over to fantasysportsmarkets.com. So right when you get to the home page, what you'll do is you'll go to NBA. And that will take you right to that main page. I'll go ahead and take my my name and Twitter handle off the screen. So you're at the Hoops homepage, see all the different contests, and we'll start. Let's say we're going to do a $20 entry, okay? Get that loaded up. I suppose I'd probably need to sign in. So good thinking, Ben. Way to get that one under control. Okay, so here we go. Let's start at the point guard spot for tonight, where there's a lot of really intriguing options, a lot of high-scoring games. To me, I'm not really thinking about it twice, especially with what Golden State did to Chicago on Monday night. And Steph Curry basically said to Klay Thompson, who had been in a pretty much season-long slump, hey, man, go ahead and break my record. Go ahead and just dominate. So you know that he's going to be back on it tonight against a good New Orleans Pelicans team. They're back at home. They'd been traveling for a while. To me, I'm not even thinking about all the other options. We can go through a couple of them if you really want. Let's see. Zach LaVine, I mean, he's just going to be chucking up shots. The Bulls don't play any defense. But his numbers have actually been trending in the opposite direction. And you can look at all these different profiles and game longs over at fantasysportsmarkets.com, and it will show you how they're doing, what they've been up to over the last several games, how FSM does its scoring. So good numbers from Zach LaVine, but not anybody to really consider, especially when you see how good Curry is. And Curry played 24 minutes against the Bulls, and this is the stat line that he put up in that 47 range. So you have 47, 47, 35, 60. And that was only in 31 minutes of action. I expect him to play a lot longer tonight. So I think Steph Curry, even though he's a chalk play, that'll be the way to go. At shooting guard, it kind of makes your life a little bit easier. DeRozan's had a great start to the season, but I'm going to leave him there for now. You don't have to worry about Jimmy Butler. He's out tonight. Same with Devin Booker. I really like Victor Oladipo in this spot. He's played in New York before. He's put up really good numbers there. If we want to go back and see what he's done recently, it's starting to project in a positive direction for Oladipo. You're starting to see 3 consecutive games, 40-plus points, 42.5, 40, 43. So I think Oladipo is really in a smash spot tonight. Really love the opportunity of him going against New York. And he just plays well at Madison Square Garden. So let's go with Oladipo there. Small forward, again, don't overthink it. It's LeBron. You don't have to worry about price at Fantasy Sports Markets. Just get him in your lineup. Now, here's where things get interesting. Anthony Davis, according to multiple reports, should play. Now, again, it's against Golden State and it's on the road, so you have a couple different choices to make. Do you fade Anthony Davis, knowing that he has the highest upside, highest floor of pretty much anybody that plays tonight? Or do you go ahead and just say, you know what, if he's in, I'm locking him in and hope that the Pelicans don't get blown out? At this point, I'm going to believe that Davis is going to play. And you can always make changes up until the start of the game, so you can keep that spot open if you want. But I'm going to go ahead and plug in Davis. There's still a lot of good options. I'm going to be targeting, as you'll see in just a second, going up against Brooklyn for Detroit. So Blake Griffin, if you want to look at what he's done. It's been a little bit inconsistent, but still 43.5 last time out. The game against Boston, there just wasn't a favorable matchup, but you can see what he's able to do like against Philadelphia with 77 points. It's pretty remarkable. Mirotic, I would actually think is certainly in play if Davis doesn't play. He put up some really good numbers over the last couple of days. And LaMarcus Aldridge in just a fantastic spot. Not a lot of guys are going to be on him, but against Phoenix, who really doesn't like to defend anybody, I like that play as well. But we're going to go ahead and keep Davis in there for now. Then let's go to the center spot. So what did we just say about the Bulls? They give up points at ease, right? So Nikola Jokic, you would think, especially with his fantasy points per game average right here, he's doing better than Gobert, he's doing better than Drummond, Jordan, Ayton, Towns, so on and so forth. I'm actually going to fade him for now because I think Denver has another opportunity to blow out the Bulls, and I think that means limited minutes. Gobert in a really intriguing spot against Minnesota, against Karl Anthony Towns in the paint, who doesn't play any defense. Gobert's actually put up monster numbers. Look at the past 2 games for him. Back-to-back 50-point games at New Orleans, at Dallas. And they're also again on the road. And that's usually a trend that I like to try and stay away from, even though the matchup is really favorable. But then you got Andre Drummond. Going up against Brooklyn, they also do not play a lot of defense. His ceiling tends to be really high, but also a really high floor, too. Even that game against Boston, still at 18-8, coming off a 17-12 game. I expect him to just be a monster tonight against Brooklyn. So I'm going to go with Drummond in this spot, and that gives me a bit of a contrarian lineup in this opportunity as well. So now we got to go back to guard. Do we want to go ahead and put in Zach LaVine? I'm going to go with DeRozan. To me, this just kind of feels safe. It's against Phoenix, which, again, even though there's a possibility of blowout here, the line is already very heavy. You can look back-to-back games upwards of 60 fantasy sports markets points. 30, 34, he's dishing the ball. He's getting lots of steals, the 12 rebounds here. I think DeRozan is too good to fade entirely tonight. So I'm going to have him in there. Forward, this is where you can get creative. Do you want to go Durant? I would probably fade him if you believe Golden State's going to blow out the Pelicans. But I just expect a lot of points in this game. Again, based on the fact that Durant didn't play a lot of minutes his last time out, only 28 against the Bulls, still at 14-8. I'm looking to capitalize on this spot in just what's supposed to be a really high up-tempo game. So I'm going to play Durant. And then the utility spot. This is where we can get kind of creative. Do we want to play Jokic? Do we want to play Blake Griffin, Rudy Gobert, LaMarcus Aldridge? I'm going to go all the way down to DeAndre Jordan. I want you guys to look at the type of rebound numbers that he's put up all season long. It's incredible. And look at his last 5 games. 16, 16, 15, 19, and 18. So he's the guy around the basket. You get those rebounding points. I think the block numbers will go up. And it's a good matchup against the Lakers, too, who don't play a lot of defense. There's going to be a lot of guys going to the paint. I think Jordan has a chance to get probably 3-4 blocks in this game. And I really like his upside tonight. Even as I think Jokic might be a little bit more safe. Same with Blake Griffin. I don't know if I necessarily play him and Andre Drummond together. Even Mirotic and LaVine are intriguing. DeAndre Ayton is going to get plenty of touches in the paint. Same with Towns. I just really like DeAndre Jordan tonight. So there you go. That's our team. We got Curry, Oladipo, LeBron, Anthony Davis. He's set to go. With Andre Drummond for a little bit of a contrarian play at center. DeRozan, Durant, and Jordan. And usually center, interestingly enough, are the best places that you can go contrarian on fantasy sports markets, just because a lot of these guys tend to be fairly similar. It's maybe tough when somebody like Embiid is playing, But I really like this lineup tonight, and I think this is one that's going to work out. So good luck. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll do this again soon. We'll post this over on FSM's Twitter at FSM Contest. It'll be up on mine as well at Fantasy Sports Market. So again, remember, if you guys are playing hoops tonight, remember that promo code NFL18. That'll get you $5 on us. And if you guys like these videos, we are on Fridays afternoons breaking down the top 25 college football slate for Fantasy Sports Markets, one of the few places you can play college football DFS. And of course, every Sunday morning, it's myself. It is Justin Fensterman from SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio. We're here for an hour breaking down all the matchup, answering your lineup questions, really whatever you guys need. We are here to help. So thank you guys for watching. Good luck in buckets tonight. Tweet along with me at Benny Heiss, and let's go get some money. Talk to you guys soon. Appreciate you guys watching, and we will talk to you a little bit later.